In 1902, the New York Highlanders baseball team was created. However, the name Highlanders had never grown popular with fans, who found Yankees more fitting because of the patriotic symbolism. Fast forward to the 20s, times were booming, and the Yankees became the number one name in baseball, with the best players, most money, and most fans. The Yankees blew up in the late 20s because people were spending money and showing their support for the Yankees. In turn, the team was able to pay more for their players in the biggest city, which increased the market. From 1927 to 1949, the Yankees won 10 World Series titles. They had the biggest payroll, biggest names, and it was the perfect storm to create not just the biggest name in baseball, but in sports as well.
First baseman Lou Gehrig hung up an amazing mark by playing in 2,130 consecutive games. Then a fatal disease attacked baseball's Iron Man. In Yankee Stadium, touched to tears by the tribute, Gehrig made his last public appearance.
For the past 2 weeks, you've been reading about a bad brag. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. When you look around, wouldn't you consider it privilege to associate yourself with such a fine-looking man as is standing in uniform in this ballpark today?
One devastating event that happened with the Yankees was Lou Gehrig announcing he has ALS and retiring. Lou Gehrig was at the top of his game up until 1939. He was the Yankees' captain and brought them to many World Series in his time. Mysteriously, he was diagnosed with an unknown muscular disease called ALS that depleted his muscular system and eventually led to his death in 1941. His famous retirement speech depicts him calling himself the luckiest man alive. It is a speech that swept the nation because it was on video, and he was one of the most famous players on the most famous team in sports. After this speech, the community of New York and the entire country was affected greatly. This disease itself was made popular because of baseball and Lou's recorded speech in front of everyone at Yankee Stadium. The disease is even named after Lou Gehrig, who at the time was the most popular player. It was a unifying moment for the Yankees. Up next is an iconic clip of Babe Ruth setting a new home run record of 60 in a season, a record that he held for over 30 years. Babe Ruth, among many other Yankees greats, set the stage for the birth of America's team, and each time this record has been broken, it has been broken by a Yankee.
It's high, a ball. Zachary gets ready. Well, Babe has done it. 60 home runs in one season. One of the greatest records in baseball.
In order to gain more knowledge about the Yankees and what the team means to people who live there, we interviewed Jim Doyle, athletic director at Hawkins School. Jim grew up in northern New Jersey, and for the most of his life has been a Yankees fan. He even brought his Yankees fandom all the way to Cleveland, where he lets people know how passionate he is about his team.
Actually, when I was a very young boy, I was a Mets fan. My father was a New York Giants fan, and the Giants broke his heart by moving to San Francisco, so he became a Mets fan. But when the Yankees got Reggie Jackson in 1977, and he hit 3 home runs on 3 pitches in the World Series, I was hooked by what we call the Yankee mystique, and so there's nothing like it. So I've come to really, appreciate that, and it does remind me of home at times. Being connected to the Yankees in that way.
Do you think the Yankees are America's team, and if so, what makes them that?
No, I don't think so. I've always wondered about that, like the Dallas Cowboys or other teams that may. No, I don't think so. They're certainly, maybe if not the most, one of the more famous sports franchises in the world, and in the United States. But no, it's certainly think it's, you know, not even New York's team. I mean, lots of teams can make that claim, but there is a I don't know, club, I guess. You know, there's Yankee fans carry a certain amount of swagger because of, I guess, all the winning in the 27 World Championships, and they travel so well. You go to, you know, Guardians games, and there are Yankee fans everywhere, and that's true no matter where they go. But that's, I think, it's just the New York Metro. I mean, I'm not even from New York. I'm from New Jersey, and so there's just a big metropolitan area: New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. That attracts the fan base. So it's a huge fan base, and it's, you know, it's fun to be a part of. So, but I don't think it's America's team.
Now, as each year goes on, we know there's this narrative that the Yankees haven't actually won a World Series in a while. Do you think that will have anything to do with the Yankees maybe losing popularity or fan base, or do you think it will never change?
No, I don't think so. I mean, so my favorite Yankee is Don Mattingly, by a lot. He's the greatest Yankee in my lifetime, and he never won a World Series. So the Yankees didn't win between 1982 and 1996, and that was the Don Mattingly era, and Dave Winfield and Ricky Henderson and a whole bunch of others. But that's okay. I mean, it's, you know, it's nice to win, but it's fun to watch regardless of what's going on, and fun to be a part of. So yeah, we joke that so the last time the Yankees won was 2009 with the Mark Teixeira team and that group, and so the joke is, you know, there are 15-year-olds everywhere that have never seen the Yankees win a world championship, and, you know, heartbreaks for them. But no, they've, you know, one of my favorite things is Yankee playoff baseball. I mean, it's a few things that stand out as sporting events that are unlike other things.
10 after the one hit in game one. High fly ball, deep left. There it goes, soaring into history. He's done it. He has done it. 62. Aaron Judge is the American League single-season home run leader. The AL King. Case closed.
During the 2022 season, Aaron Judge made history by breaking the single-season home run record, hitting an astounding 62 home runs. As this amazing accomplishment came closer and closer to becoming reality, sports channels started putting more and more coverage on the Yankees games. During the morning hours, sports shows would be all over Aaron Judge and his possibility of surpassing Roger Maris's home run record, who also was a Yankee. During the final weeks of the MLB regular season, as Aaron Judge was just a few home runs away from breaking the record, sports channels would switch from airing nationally televised football games or other sporting events to Yankees games, where Aaron Judge was batting, having the possibility of breaking the record. Next, we interviewed Ed Suggs. Ed is a lifelong diehard Yankees fan from Brooklyn, New York. He currently lives in Cleveland, Ohio, and he always cooks his bacon, egg, and cheeses the Aki way. Ed never forgets his bev.
I think the Yankees are America's team. The Yankees, for the longest time, have been, in my opinion, America's team. You either love them or you hate them, but you can pretty much go anywhere in the United States and you will see Yankee fans in Yankee hats. And I know personally I've seen them play in probably 5 cities, and during the regular season, especially in a place like Cleveland, you go to a regular season game and you will find more Yankee fans in the stands than you do that particular home team. So in my opinion, I think the Yankees are America's team. Growing up a fan of the New York Yankees in Brooklyn, New York was fun. Throughout my childhood, they were always in the hunt to win a World Series, and it was easy to root for a team that was winning. You had the choice of either rooting for the Mets or the Yankees, and at the time, the Yankees were winning and the Mets were going through some lean years. It was also easy to identify with the famous players like the Reggie Jacksons and the Bucky Dents and Oscar Gambles. Like, those guys were heroes of mine, and they were guys that you wanted to emulate. You wanted to play baseball. You wanted to be like them. So it was a lot of fun, and it was very easy to sort of be a Yankee fan in Brooklyn, New York.
Hey Chris, do you believe the Yankees are going to be successful in the future?
Well, currently the team is valued at $7.1 billion, which is the highest amongst all MLB teams. The Yankees also have the third highest payroll at over $250 million. And they're also the highest value team, not just in baseball, but in the entire sports world. The current success revolves around it being a top contender in the league all the time. So as long as they stay a top contender, I think they will still be successful in the future. They also have the biggest names like Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, who hit a ton of home runs. Thank you all for listening to our video. We hope you understand more about the New York Yankees and what they mean to baseball and sports as a whole.